Good evening, guys. Warm welcome to the session. Today, we are going to see one more important aspect of our APICS certification exam because it's not a straight 40 or 50, 60% pass to pass this exam. There is a indirect way. Possibly, you need to do some basic research even before you apply for a job. However, most of these things are available in their website except a few information, and you need to do research. Maybe I will support you in this session about what is the passing score for this exam and how they evaluate the candidate. Is it same passing score for everyone, or is it different for different candidates? And what is this scaled score? If you are hearing for the first time, maybe you have to Google up to see the scaled score. Let us get some insight into this topic. Let me attach the screen. This program is live both in YouTube and LinkedIn. You can go back to previous session and see if you are interested in similar topics. If you go to AACM website, you can get most of the detail. Like any of the certification exam, I have gone through their site. CSCP exam detail. If you click, you will get the exam content. Then it gives an option to purchase the exam. But when you scroll down, maybe many people don't do this. When you scroll down, then some details of this exam is given. The exam consists of totally 150 questions, suppose, and of course, all these are MCQ, multiple choice question, no negative marking. You have given 3.5 hours for to complete this exam, and as you can see in the first sentence, there are 130 operational questions and 20 pre-test question, which means the pre-test question does not have any weightage. On the other hand, you are going to get marks only from 130 questions. Okay, they say 20 pre-test question they are testing out. Maybe in the future they may adopt this question and they want to check the difficulty level. So difficulty level, if they know, then you get some clue at this point, because different sets of question paper will have a different difficulty level. And possibly if you have higher difficulty level, then you can have a better scoring, whereas if you have a low difficulty level, then the scale score will be different. So physically what it means is, the each of the question set, even if you are sitting 2% next to next, the question set will be different, and the passing score will be different for each of these people. That's what it means. And also this 20 pre questions are not taken into account. So finally you are going to get valuation for 130 question only, but you don't know what are these 20 pre questions. Okay, because they are available at random, so you have to attempt all 150 questions. So in 130 questions, how much is the passing score? They also give at the bottom the exam score range is between 200 to 350. Okay, and scores 300 points and above are considered as passing, and any score below 299 points are considered as a failing. So you can see that it doesn't start with zero is starts at 200, and 130 is equivalent to 350, and the passing score 300 is somewhere in between. That's what we will see, what is that in between. So your first test starts here. What is the passing score? If you are able to figure out approximately, then the chances of you qualifying any of the certification exam is higher. This happens many of the US in the universities. They have this something called scaled score, and they give a different weightage for different participants question paper. Maybe I assume they may have hundreds of forms, so each one will have a different difficulty level. Accordingly, the passing score can be less or higher depending on the difficulty level. So when you click download understanding the scale score, all these are available in their website. If you are serious, you can go through that. When you click, you can get this information understanding scale score. You can see a scale score is a representation of total number of correct questions a candidate has answered, which is a raw score that has been converted into a consistent and standardized scale. Okay, scaled scoring is a certification industry best practice for reporting high stake exam score used to account for potential difference in difficulty across unique exam forms. Exam forms are nothing but each person will get a different form, because I assume they may have a centralized database, maybe 20 or 30 forms may be available depending, and all these forms are numbered and difficulty is known, and the passing level will be different. So there is no straightforward answer to this question. Okay, what is scale score? For fair and consistent decision to be made on exam results, score should be comparable. This means that score from different forms of a test should indicate the same level of performance regardless of which exam form a candidate has received. So you may see that different forms will have a different difficulty level, and how they determine this difficulty level is based on pre-test score. You know, we have seen earlier that 20 questions are taken as a pre-test score. How many people are attempting these 20 questions correctly, and how many what is the percentage, depending on that they are able to decide the difficulty level of the given exam paper. Okay, so you have this paper in their website. You can see that. Yeah, and further, if you scroll down, there is some more information on the scaled score. Assume there are two forms, and maybe you can see form 100 raw score. If someone is scoring all 100 correct, then it will be same for both the forms, or it's a question paper like thing. And possibly you can see raw score when it is 99, form 1 gets 304, whereas form 2 gets 303. And because you can see that form 1 is much difficult compared to form 2, so if they are scoring 99, it is converted to 304, whereas in the form 2 it is 303. If you have scored 99 95 raw score, which is converted to 300 in form 1 but 298 in form 2. This is only a sample, so you need not exactly corroborate. Okay, so if there are 10 different sets, each based on the difficulty level, the passing score will be different. Of course, how they are converting this scale score into 200 to 350 is a different question that is not explained, but you may be able to get some explanation if you Google up, because it's a common practice. US always want to go around to make things complicated. They feel this is also one way to test the candidate. So there is some explanation I have made in this PowerPoint scale. You can see we are going to attempt 130 questions. That is a raw score, and you have a scaled score, which means 200 to 350 is the total score. So you have to fit 0 to 200, and of course, 350 you have to fit to 130. Okay, in Excel there is a function available. You can just Google up, because 0 is considered as 200 and 130, not 150, because 20 are taken as a pre-test exam. This 130 is converted to 350. Okay, now to come to passing score, you can see at 300 is the passing score, which means in the raw questions, out of 130 you should score 87. Okay, general, assume it's a normal question paper where without even considering difficulty level, 87 if you are able to score, you should get 300. Of course, then the second level comes into picture, difficulty level. Okay, some people, if they score 85, it may be okay, or some people may have to score 89 to pass the exam. Okay, so roughly, if you are able to score 70 to 75% without considering all this complication, you should be passing. Okay, I have seen difficulty will be more for people who are working, especially those people who are working for 10 years, 15 years. They feel I know everything, but this is totally different. Here exams are totally different. You have to also spend some time to understand how it works, and also study, practice. Okay, these are not endorsed my opinion, based on my experience. So whatever I am showing in this session is based on my knowledge on how APICS exam format works. So you may not explicitly see it. These things are entirely available in their site. Okay, but in any case, if you do Google up or put the question in Quora, you may also get some question. But I have seen many people give their own version, which may or may not be correct, because it cannot be authenticated. To the extent it is available in their official site, you can believe, but you will get only 80% of this information. Other thing, you have to do bit research. On the other hand, if you are able to get 70 to 75% raw score, that is much more sufficient to pass the exam. Okay, yeah, I have seen many people have failed by 1 mark, 299, which doesn't mean raw score is one question. It may depend on two factors, depending on difficulty level, and if you convert back to raw score, it could be different. Okay, so multiple factors plays. You can also set this aside. You can need not do all this. You say I am going to prepare at least 80% should be my target, then it is very much fine. So anyone watching live, any questions, you can type either in LinkedIn comments or YouTube chat. You are welcome. Also, if you like this session, you please like or comment so that it reaches maximum people and they understand the process. The first step is not paying the exam fees. That comes at a later on. You have to understand the process, then you can do it. Especially when you want to do self preparation, you have to be 200% clear on all this process. If there are no queries, thanks for watching. Have a nice evening. Bye.